All right. Welcome back to the 7th Annual Telethon. I'm Isaiah Showell here, and I'm sitting here with a former resident of the Ronald McDonald House, Mr. Matt Ploch. Hello, how you doing, man?
Well, how are you?
I'm doing well, man. Nice to meet you, man. Basically, just tell us a little bit about, your experience at the Ronald McDonald House.
Well, my experience with the Ronald McDonald House started when I was a very young age. I was born 20 days early. I was initially supposed to be born on October 22nd, and I was born on October 2nd. And because of that, my body wasn't necessarily fully developed, and there were complications with my birth, and I was born with a cleft lip and a cleft palate.
Wow.
And for those of you who don't know what a cleft lip and a cleft palate are, it basically means that it's not formed properly. Like the lip, for example, is inverted toward the middle.
Wow.
So it obviously makes breathing hard. It makes speech hard. And as I was in and out of the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, I had 7 surgeries within the first 18 months of my birth. And while I wasn't in the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, I was at the Ronald McDonald House, and the Ronald McDonald House was really a home away from home. It was a place where, we felt welcomed, and my family was able to spend time with me, and I was able to develop and grow.
Wow, man. That's great. Tell me, how has the Ronald McDonald House impacted your life?
The Ronald McDonald House, without the Ronald McDonald House, I wouldn't be who I am today. I wouldn't be who I am as a person. I wouldn't have the opportunities that I have before me at this point in my life. Like I said, I was in and out of the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia and the Ronald McDonald House. And without the Ronald McDonald House, I don't know if my parents could have afforded the medical bills, the
Right.
environment,
Right.
and everything. I was a miracle baby.
Yeah.
And without the Ronald McDonald House, I don't know if I would necessarily be here today.
Wow. That's pretty deep, man. Tell me this. After everything you've been through with the Ronald McDonald House, take that away.
Okay.
Where would your life be right now? Where do you think?
God, I don't even know.
Wow.
It's really hard. It's really hard to imagine something that has been like the foundation of my life. Something that was there, and something that was able to give me a chance, and to give me an opportunity, and to pull that away from me, I can't even fathom.
Wow. Oh, that's awesome, man. It sounds like it's really been a great impact on your life.
Absolutely.
How about this? If you could choose 3 words to describe the Ronald McDonald House, what would they be and why?
I would definitely say selfless. Throughout my experiences with the Ronald McDonald House always puts their patrons first. They are constantly doing things, hosting programs, bringing in volunteers, anything that they can do to create this atmosphere. And the workers there, the volunteers there, they're really selfless about what they do. The next word I would say is supportive. Regardless of what happens, you could go to the doctor and you could get great news, or you could go to the doctor and you can get not so great news, and you come back to the Ronald McDonald House and you're going through this, and they're always positive. They're always, it's gonna work out. You're
Right.
here.
Right.
This is your home. This is where you're gonna grow.
Right.
Everything's gonna be okay. And the last word is supportive. They've really been like a backbone to me, like I said before, like a real foundation in which that I was able to really get a second chance before I even had a first.
Wow. That's awesome, man. Wow. I think it's safe to say that the Ronald McDonald House has symbolized hope for you and other families, abroad. Am I correct when I say that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Any experience that I've had with the Ronald McDonald House has always been one of hope and positivity. So feel good stories.
Wow. That's awesome, man. Matt, By the way, how old are you, man?
I'm 22 years old.
22 years old. So, I've been around campus, and I've seen you here and there, but I never knew that you were once a former resident at the Ronald McDonald House. Tell me, what makes you decide now to talk about it now at the telethon?
Honestly, Rowan Television Network has been doing the telethon for years. They've been doing it as long as I've been a student at Rowan University. And when I found out that this year was the Ronald McDonald House, I went to the producers, Dee Lugo and Joe Panizzi, and I was like, it's time. It's time for me to come forward, to speak about my experience. And it's not necessarily that, I didn't speak about my experiences before, but it's a very personal part of my life. And I mean, obviously my family knows. And I've been here for 4 years now, and I can probably count the amount of people on this campus who know this fact about me on one hand. And it's just one of those things where it's like, do you really, how can you open yourself up and leave yourself so vulnerable to such an early stage in your life? But I feel like this cause is a great time to do it, and it's a great time to share. And the Ronald McDonald House is what all other charitable organizations should strive to be.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty big. Yeah. That's pretty big indeed. Just, how many siblings do you have, man?
I have 2 siblings. I have an older brother who's about 2 years older than me, and a younger brother who's about 3 years younger than me.
Because I understand that, the Ronald McDonald House, they bring in, the entire family.
Right.
So could you just talk about, how supportive they've been throughout your whole life? Yes.
My siblings have been very, very supportive throughout my life. My brothers are always telling me to, go for gold, seek out my opportunities.
That's right.
My brothers are always supportive. I can't think of a time where I haven't spoken to my brother and he hasn't, supported me like all good families should. And we really do have a bond where we support each other, and I'm very grateful for that.
Could you see yourself maybe visiting the Ronald McDonald House in the future, just to see if the staff is
absolutely
remember you? Or
yeah, absolutely. I think it would be a nice experience to go back to get back to donate my time, my energy into such a noble cause.
That's awesome, man. Well, thank you, Matt, for sharing your story. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, man.